guys, so I'm here today to do my September TBR and tell you about what I'm currently reading. So there's a couple of things I started in August that I'll be continuing on into September with me. And just in case you're not familiar, TBR means to be read. So these are basically the things I'm going to be reading in September. So first up, the one I'm actually closest to already having finished is Donut by Tom Holt. This is the first in his U-Space series, which is a comic fantasy series. It's kind of like a weird mixture of sci-fi, fantasy, anything a wacky imagination could come up with. And I loved Tom Holt's J.W.W. Wells series. I'm enjoying this, but not as much. I'm just not laughing out loud as much as I was with the J.W. Wells books. But I'm listening to an audiobook and it's still quite a pleasant listening experience as I'm going about my day. It's a really hard one to explain. It's about a physicist who, by putting a decimal point in the wrong place, accidentally blew up the Hadron Collider and an entire mountain along with it. Naturally, his whole life falls apart, his wife leaves him, he loses his job and his savings and everything after that, and he has to find a new job, which leads him to a strange hotel where he's given a job as a receptionist, and things just go mad from there. The next book I've already started is The Joy of Tax: How a Fair Tax System Can Create a Better Society by Richard Murphy. I mean, that's pretty much in the title. It is a non-fiction book about how tax can best be used to benefit society. And so far I'm enjoying it. I'm only about 50 pages in and so far it's been pretty basic, like a short history of tax and a little introduction to what tax is. And we've not really got into the nitty-gritty of the best way to do tax or the possible best ways to do tax, and I'm intrigued to see the proposals that he puts forward for that. I think generally speaking I'm on the same page about what is a fair tax system as Richard Murphy. I don't know terribly much about him, but from what I know he is left-leaning as I am. I mean, left-leaning's maybe like an understatement. I've pretty much leant so far forward and fallen over that I am as deep into left politics as you can be. I would also just like to read more books about economics, so this is a good one to start with, I think, because so far it's been really easy to read, so hoping I like this one. For a bit of fiction though, I have The Muse by Jessie Burton, best-selling author of The Miniaturist, as it says on the front. Everyone raved about The Miniaturist, everyone's raving about The Muse, so I've decided to start this one. I'm only about 30 pages into this one, so I can't really say anything about it yet. But it's a period mystery set over two time periods, one in the 1960s and one earlier, I believe. I've not gotten to the earlier one yet. And it's focused around a missing painting, I believe. So we'll see how this goes, but I hear nothing but good things about Jessie Burton. So I have two more audiobooks I'd like to get to in September as well. The first one I bought myself, which is Animal by Sarah Pascoe. I was sent a physical copy of this book by the publishers, but after reading Amy Schumer's book last month, which was a non-fiction book written by and read by a comedian, I'm just really in the mood to listen to more books like that, and this again is another non-fiction book written by a comedian who also reads the audiobook. So I'm hoping I really enjoy this one as well. The other audiobook I was sent for review, and that is The Witch's Vacuum Cleaner by Terry Pratchett, and this is a collection of short stories for children that Terry Pratchett wrote long before his Discworld books were published. I'm assuming this one's just going to be a lot of good, light, humorous fun, so looking forward to that one. And lastly, for books I'm sure I'll get to in September, is I Am Malala. It's met with great critical acclaim. It's about Malala's real experience with the Taliban and the violence she met after trying to provide education to women in her country and escaping the danger of their regime. This is the pick for the Feminist Orchestra book club this month, which was picked by popular consensus on a poll I held like a month or two ago. So I'm hoping it's as powerful and moving as everyone else says it is, and I'm sure it will be. Other than that though, we'll just have to see where the month takes me with my reading, but I'm sure that is plenty to be getting on with for now. Let me know what you're planning on reading in the month of September, and if you have any thoughts on the books I mentioned here, I'd love to hear those as well. Until next time though, happy reading and I'll see you all again soon. Bye! Hi guys! So I'm here today to do my August reading wrap up. This is mini reviews of all the books I read in August. So